can't hear you. You're nervous? I know. Why? We all love you so much. I'm doing a tour of the room. You know, he's going to shoot.
If I can get everybody's attention, including the rest of the restaurant. People that a lot of people come just this night every year to hear myself speak. I wish that was true. Anyways, for those of you guys that are new to this and don't know totally what tonight's about, when I played at Baker back in the day, and I'm quickly realizing as I get older how much further removed I am from that. When I switched sports to kicking footballs, one of the cool things they did is that on the Friday night before our last home game, every senior got to stand up and tell what Baker football meant to them. And it was really neat because you got to see what it does mean to guys that aren't necessarily the star receiver or the quarterback, or those guys that are the fourth or fifth string, of what it really means to them to be part of a team and be part of a program. And when I got to Aquinas 10 years ago, we integrated it with the first team we did it with was Elf's group as boys and girls. And then it kind of fell off, and then the past couple of years we brought it back. And I think for me personally, and I can speak for the coaching staff, it is a great opportunity for us to find out things that mean a lot to the girls, and then for you guys as parents as well, of what Aquinas means to them and what this soccer program means to them. So, and of course we always bring back a guest speaker, so I'll let Coach Ewing come on up and give her introduction.
Thanks, B. White. Okay, I feel really blessed tonight that we're able to have back Natalie Elder. You heard her name because we have an award named after her at Aquinas. It's called the Natalie Sanders Award. And some of you have won that award. And I think what's so much of Aquinas soccer is based on a tradition that has evolved. And I'd say one of the people that's had the most to do with that was Natalie Sanders. You know, school opened in 1988, and I think our first two soccer seasons, 89 and 90, we won maybe 3 games total. Natalie enrolled in 1991. There wasn't even a state championship yet. Girls did not have a state championship in 1991. Her freshman year, we won 14-5-2, I think, and we had this tournament we made up at the end of the year that we won. And then the next year, the state didn't like the fact that we made up the tournament at the end of the year, so they limited the girls to 14 games. Now keep in mind, she's one of the top scorers in Aquinas history, and she played 14 games during her sophomore season. And then girls soccer got its state championship in 1993, and St. Thomas Aquinas won the first ever girls state championship in Kansas. It was all classes. I'd say Natalie was probably the best player in Kansas City. And what I love most about her, she was such a great technical player. And so that, to me, so she worked on the game so much. And she played center mid for us. She scored about 20 goals a season from center mid position. And then, so we also, her senior year, we won the state championship again. So the Saints actually won the first 4 state championships in Kansas, all classes. All classes were together. So Natalie graduated during that second year. She in fact got hurt, broke her foot with 3 games to go in the season in her senior season. and which was, but like I said, she was one of the top players in Kansas, and just, I think, started Aquinas Soccer as one of the great programs in all the United States. In fact, the national poll began her junior year, and we finished in the national top 25 in the first year of the poll, and she's one of the reasons. Finished 20-1 twice. Natalie Elder.
Thank you. I have visual aids, so stick around. Thank you all for having me and my family. It's such an honor to be here. When Coach asked me to come speak, I started thinking about what was my first memory of high school soccer. And for me, it was actually uniform handout day, freshman year. I'm walking down the hallway, I feel so cool, I'm a freshman, I made it varsity, go and walk in to get my uniform. And I'm not an artist, so forgive me, but this is what our uniform looked like.
Oh, baby.
I kid you not. So I walked back to theology class, because that's what I got out of, and Sister Molly goes, "Oh dear, are you the goalie?" I said, "No, I'm not the goalie." So humble beginnings for all of us at Aquinas. So another fun memory. Coach, where did you go? Do you remember this play? You had the two girls kneeling down in the middle. Do you still run that play?
They said we couldn't run anymore.
Okay. So I'm gonna continue on, because this play, we had two girls standing. This was a wall that we built in front of our offensive play, and so we had two girls standing up on either side of the wall, and two girls kneeling down in the middle. For maximum stealthiness, so the goalie could not see the ball, right? So it wouldn't know which way we're going. And then we also had Stacy Bilak do a diving somersault over the girls who were kneeling down. So I know what you're thinking. Surely nothing could go wrong with that play, right? I don't think we executed it very well. Coach gave up and we stuck to simple things. So. We did injure ourselves quite a bit. Other wonderful memories I had at Aquinas, just, teamwork and camaraderie, playing in the rain, the mud, shedding blood, sweat, and tears with your teammates for a common goal. I also had, like Coach mentioned, the privilege of playing in the very first ever girls state championship. I don't know if many of you have gotten a chance to play in front of a standing only crowd. That feeling is exhilarating, to play with so many people just watching you. And again, also senior year, I actually missed the state championship because I broke my foot. I had sheltered life, 18 years old. That was the most devastating thing that ever happened to me. And I see some casts and things today. I had a pity party for a while. My parents came and snapped me out of it. I ended up writing a letter to the team that year, trying to make them laugh and be inspirational, even to help them, since I couldn't be on the field with them. I watched my jersey run out there on the field without me in it. The team won. I'm sure it wasn't just because of the letter, but I learned that I could be a leader even though that I wasn't on the field. And so if there's anything for you gals to take with you, it's that. You don't necessarily have to be the star player to be a leader. So what does soccer Aquinas mean to me? Aquinas soccer mean to me? Obviously, it's way more than just the sport. The lessons that I've learned, the life lessons, the skills that I took with me to be successful in college and afterwards, those are memories that I'll never forget. And I truly hope that your experience has been the same, and that 20 years from now, I can't believe it's been 20 years. 20 years from now, you can come back and tell your story. So I'll just leave you with one more thought, and that is good luck in your upcoming games. I know you'll play hard and leave everything out on the field, and I know you'll all make us proud. So thank you again for having me tonight. It's an honor to be here.
You know, one of the things that's obviously really cool about it is some of the things she was talking about we still do. As many of you know, some of your times your jersey's been lent to other people and you've had to watch it go. But the other thing she said is coming back 20 years from now, Coach Ewing will still be here. His chin will still be on fire. So nothing will change. And I think that's one of the great things about what Aquinas is the tradition that we can link it together through all the years. That no matter where, maybe you run into Natalie at the mall, maybe you run into her, well, you guys probably don't go to Costco and do those type of adult things, but you can talk about Aquinas soccer. So thank you very much, Natalie. That was awesome. All right. Moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for the senior girls. Our first senior girl has the biggest smile and supposedly the best hair, because it always gets brought up in the forums. She'll be a future MU Tiger, Jess Pasley.
Okay, when I was thinking about things to start off my speech, I decided to keep it pretty light, and all of my memories pretty much like involve the girls and stuff rather than on the field. So I decided to make a poem. March 2nd began the season story. Our goal is number 6, the theme victory. As the season began, we called it our storm. Then we downed Blue Valley North and began to norm. Our packed roster, 28 to be exact, became closer than ever, a little look back. Then we started working as a team, everyone building towards the dream. Before every game, a good Sharpie is key. Respect, integrity, perseverance, we write R.I.P. We have Olivia, the star center mid, and Marge plays large and in charge. What a kid. Liz Miller is the sweetest and always has a smile. I hear Hying has been geocaching for a while. Caroline makes her big varsity debut. She doesn't settle for just one goal, but 2. Last year versus Capon, Ewing took a fall, but he took it like a champ, like it didn't hurt at all. Last week, his furry friend Proof Rock stopped by. We bonded while I held him so he wouldn't cry. Little Loaf plays amazing as a whole. No matter how hard Ewing tried, he could not get her in goal. Anna is hilarious and plays so hard. She must work on her skills in her front yard. B. White likes his candy and has a cute son. He shares laughs with all, except when he makes us run. We have Sophie, but lost her twin. Against Scion, 2 goals got us the win. And who knew Petty and Addie danced? We all know Tay Ray can. She takes every chance. Molly can run all the way up to cross. She's hungry for a state title after the tough basketball loss. Is that a foam finger or Maddie's wrapped nail? Want to know about plans? Just ask Abigail. Elf and Tehan are a pretty big deal. Working with them, the hype is real. After a short leave of absence, we recovered Miss Addison Denny. At practice, we duck as heads up is yelled in the first inning. Nothing compares to Ham's pregame talk. Then we confidently strut to the field rather than walk. Sarah Tyler is legendary in the picture for Pink Out. 10 more goals, Jamie Sesti used to shout. Aaliyah dives for every ball, as we hope the doctor won't be our next phone call. You can check out Turner's mixtape on SoundCloud. In the talent show, I hope I made him proud. Colleen recovered in time for the Pink Out game. Winning 4-1, we put the Thunder to shame. RB and Ragsdale always have something positive to say. This is the day the Lord hath made. Tanya can play every spot in the back. Ewing put hers forward and she gave it a whack. On senior night, we had a blast and won, while we scored 4 and they scored none. Not to mention, Jamie beat the record for most goals scored. Even though we weren't surprised, the bench and crowd roared. Throwback to Iowa when I fell in the shower. But at least it gave my roommates a good laugh for an hour. Though Alex is just a frosh, she gets the job done. And nobody can get past Stomp, not even one. Every ball on goal, Nicole pounces on. We call her Mac, and Hams calls her John. Kute is incredible, it's a fact. Passing it to Jamie is a team pact. We added 5 for the state run. Mallory, Janky, Molly, Bridget, and Claire make it even more fun. Ceramic Cafe day didn't go according to plan, but at least we got to watch She's the Man. Can't forget Sammy, an honorary teammate. We're playing for you, gonna win state. McCormick is a trooper, writing all our stats. This one's for you, Maddie. To you, we take off our hats. We can't thank Mr. Purrs enough for tonight. Food and dessert is a soccer girl's delight. Thank you all for the times we have shared. Each smile on the field told me you cared. Our hard work and determination has gotten us here. This is what we have been waiting for all year. I know we're capable of doing it. Our team has spunk, determination, and grit. Although I was on varsity only 2 years out of 4, I could not have asked for anything more. The memories I've made will last forever. Forget these amazing girls? Never. The pride in our team and the shield on our chest says we are the greatest and we are the best. Freshmen take it in, it goes by fast. This class has solid goalies who can't be stopped by a cast. Sophomores, you're moving up to upper class, so go step up and lead and kick some grass. Juniors, brace yourself, your time has come to fill in the positions and bring the title home. Seniors, here we are after 4 years, now all that's left is the victory and tears. I speak for everyone when I think thanks, Mom and Dad. I owe it all to you, the fun that I've had. Much love to our coaches. I think I count 8. You've gotten us here. May 31st is the date.
Set, so for the rest of you seniors, very well done, Jess. Very well done. Next up, she'll be a future Cougar at SIUE. I don't have a cool handshake with her, otherwise we'd do that. But seriously, those of you that have known her for 4 years and longer, you've never seen her without a smile or something positive going on. Taylor Reynolds.
Thank you, Jessica, for making me go after you. Okay, first I'd like to say thank you to the Purses. Like, this dinner is amazing. Thank you so much for all that you guys do for us. Okay. Being known as a soccer girl for the past 4 years will be one thing I was most proud of in high school. People always recognize the soccer girls and how good they were, how many state titles they have won, or how good of legs they have. And being part of that was one of the best things that could have happened to me these past years. Each girl and coach sitting here with me today have made an impact on my life, and not only as a soccer girl, but only as a person too. The pregame music, writing on our hands, dancing, buddy gifts, black tape for the seniors, and quotes that we had before each game will always hold a special place in my heart. Instead of writing a sentimental speech and making everyone cry, I thought I'd share the best times I've had playing soccer here. The first one would have been 2 years ago at State, when Rachel Riggs was a room captain and decided to act like she was somebody from the front desk and calling Natalie Owen saying there was a gas leak in their room and needed to evacuate immediately. 5 minutes later, you hear Natalie gathering all the people in her room and all of the bags and screaming, "Get out," and Rachel laughing at the end of the hallway. Or when Ewing broke his hand while we were playing Cape-In as he was walking quickly down the sideline yelling at someone, and everyone looked over and thought he was having a heart attack. There are many more memories, like Ewing is standing in the middle of the field checking the Royals score, or any score for that matter, throwing up Pizza Ranch just because B wanted to go there, handshakes with Turner, playing against Elf, shout out Colleen, girl talk with Jess, honoring Ron Brown's requests, Ewing yelling at Ron at half to only say one thing, running the wrong free kick like banana instead of candy, winning state in overtime, Romy sending selfies of the West girls to the wrong group meet the night that we played West.
making Ewing bring proof rock to practice because we all thought he was dead. And most importantly, calling B. White dad in public places so everyone thinks he has 26 children. All of these memories have made an impact in my life in some way, and I can't wait to win another state title with this group of amazing girls and share some more memories with you all. Even though I'm not going to be here next year, you better bet I'm not going to remove myself from the group me. Thank you for a great 4 years and 3 state titles. Now let's go get another one.
Thank you.
You know, the girls really aren't kidding, and I don't know where it started, but just dad. And then last week they thought about changing it to grandpa.
I said uncle.
Followed by uncle, so. I really don't know. I don't have an answer. Taylor touched on one of the highlights in my 10 years. And I think it's kind of fitting because we're playing Bishop Carroll. It was Bishop Carroll instead of Capon. But we'll never forget Coach Ewing going down.
Did I say the wrong person?
You know, it's funny because you guys all know how prepared we are as a staff. You know, Coach Ewing sent film today, or, you know, the opportunity for us to watch film on Carroll. I just wanted to go back to last year. I could watch it. To me, that was watching Bishop Carroll and how that all happened. So those on the sideline know exactly what I'm talking about. Our next young lady, she'll be a member of the Crimson Tide next year.
Roll Tide!
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Madison Holmes.
Roll Tide.
Hi everyone. Can everyone hear me? Am I good? Okay. I just want to take a quick moment to thank everybody who made this event happen. So I can't believe it's my turn to say a senior speech. I've been to 3 other senior dinners in my time here at Aquinas, and I've listened to about 19 other senior speeches. You'd think these speeches become monotonous and they'd all blur together as one, yet they actually don't. I can remember Claire Egan talk about her pregame habits. Abby Kern spoke about her life on the C team. Rachel Riggs listed off her favorite things about each and every player. I remember Mary Disnor described what it's like bleeding the shield. The reason these speeches are not a blur is the reason I love Aquinas Soccer so much. It's because everybody takes their own unique journey to end up here at their senior dinner. Here's a snapshot of my Aquinas Soccer journey. I was introduced to St. Thomas Aquinas Soccer in the 6th grade. It was a good old Aquinas Soccer camp, and yes, the girls know what I'm talking about when I say the upperclassmen volunteered to run the little girls around before we shove them all into the theater to make them watch our film. Well, that year during my 6th grade summer camp was the mother of all soccer events. It was the World Cup. So all the campers spent maybe too much time in what I know now to be Miss Schroeder's classroom, while I'm pretty sure it was Mr. Hammond shouted out trivia questions and threw out candy. And that was it. As I stuffed my face with the Skittles and Snickers, I was sold. Aquinas is where I wanted to play soccer. Showing up to tryouts freshman year, little did I know that this would be the last of the candy, but so much more was in store for me. Each year of Aquinas Soccer taught me many life lessons, along with a few quirks that made this team successful. Freshman year. This year was quite the wake-up call, but definitely made me feel a part of the team. I learned that upperclassmen are very scary, the beep test is very hard, this new device called headgear is a huge hassle, what it means to push the sled. But lastly, freshmen are indeed the bottom of the food chain. Meaning if your bus doesn't show up to the state finals in Topeka and the coaches are screaming at you to get into a car, you will be shoved in between 2 other freshmen and the little green Prius. Not only that, but it'll be the absolute quietest car ride of your entire life. Sophomore year. I thought I'd learn the ropes as a freshman, but I clearly did not know it all. My 2nd year of soccer, I learned that B. White's conditioning will never be easy. bus rides with over 40 girls is a large, large handful. I don't ever want to return to McPherson, Kansas, and it's just windy, baby. Junior year. I realized that being an upperclassman definitely has its perks, but it wasn't at the top of the food chain yet. I learned that Pizza Ranch is not good. I learned that running 2040s is not as easy as you'd think it'd be. I learned that dog piles can be very dangerous. And finally, I learned what the meaning of the giant thumbs up on our state shirts meant after we won. Senior year, I made it. 3 years of hard work, dedication, team dinners, locker room jam sessions, post-practice ice baths, state championship runs. I was a senior. Senior year, I learned that the beep test is still really hard, but it can be beat. I learned that catching people off guard for a Snapchat story can turn into one heck of a pregame routine. I learned that I still hadn't got used to the long bus rides with the team, but that didn't make them any less enjoyable. I learned that senior night comes a lot faster than you think, and that in the blink of an eye, my Aquinas soccer career would be coming to a close. And even though my time as a player for St. Thomas Aquinas might be coming to an end, I'll forever cherish the memories and the friendships that will last me a lifetime. With each passing year, I've learned a lot about the traditions, the demand for excellence, and what it takes to leave a lasting legacy on St. Thomas Aquinas. And to my fellow seniors, the class of 2015, I think we've definitely left our legacy. Thank you to the coaching staff, all 8 of you, for pushing us to the limits and maximizing our potential. Thank you to all the parents, specifically my own, for always supporting me and the team no matter what. And most of all, thank you to my fellow seniors. We've had one hell of a run, and I'm proud to call you my teammates, but more importantly, I'm proud to call you my friends. So let's grit it out and get one last state banner as we call ourselves Saints.
You know, the poor Pizza Ranch is really catching a bad rap. I'm just telling you.
For good reason.
It's pretty good. And you guys have to feed 25 girls, Pizza Ranch is where it's at. Because trust me, it was, no, we want Subway. Well, then they got Jimmy John's for 2 days, and then it quickly became, we don't like Jimmy John's anymore. So Pizza Ranch suits them just fine. You know, one thing real quick as we get ready to move forward, you know, we'll all remember the state championships, but one of the things that truly, truly makes Aquinas what it is, it makes the soccer program what it is all the hidden stories that all the girls have talked about, that Natalie talked about, that us coaches still talk about, okay? And whether it's the long bus rides or no matter what the case may be, is that's the stuff that you guys as parents carry on for us as well. So I want to personally thank you for that, to make this the best soccer program in the city and arguably the country as well. So thank you. Our next speaker, she broke the all-time goal scoring record that we honestly thought it would never be broken. And Jamie hopefully will continue to shatter that this weekend for us. But next up, Miss Jamie Coutet.
I'm a little nervous. So. Okay, hi everyone, I'm Jamie. It's a huge pleasure to speak in front of all of you tonight, following the footsteps of the girls who came before me. First of all, I'd like to thank the Purse family for making this night possible. You've given so much to this program, and it means the world to be able to share such a special dinner with everyone here tonight. And secondly, I'd like to thank my parents. Thank you for driving me to soccer games and practices since I could walk, and attending every single game I've played as a Saint. Hopefully you'll have two more to watch this weekend before I move 9 hours away. Sad face. Another thank you goes out to Mrs. Grass. Thanks for taking hundreds of pictures that I'll keep forever. I think she only missed a few games over the last 4 years, and if that doesn't say how committed she is, then I don't know what does. And I'd also like to personally thank our 8 coaches. First, Coach Ragsdale, I'd like to always thank you for, I can always count on you to lighten the mood at practice or on the bench. Thanks for that, we all need it. Coach RB, I did I hope I did do an okay impersonation of you on the talent show this year. I know the girls and I really enjoy your limited halftime words of wisdom as well. Coach Brown, thank you for always giving us, Tehan Brown, for always giving us positive feedback and smiles during practice and games. It makes a big difference in the way we play. Coach Turner, thanks for providing a sense of humor and easygoing spirit to the team, especially during some of our harder practices this season. B. White, I think I speak for all the girls on this one, but thanks for being brutally honest, but not hurting our feelings. You'll always be Dad, by the way. Hams, I would like to thank you for the countless motivational speeches before big games. I know all of us seniors will miss your quiet yet inspirational personality on the sidelines. And last but not least, Ewing, thank you for keeping us all focused on our ultimate goal each year, even though we might be a little difficult to deal with sometimes. Your laugh, hugs after big goals, and constant devotion to this program will be something I'll always remember. Okay, here's some memories I'd like to share with you, all that I probably will never forget. Before we were going to scrimmage, a few of us plus Elf were in a circle, trying to see who could hit the ball the highest off of our thigh. And eventually the ball bounced to Ewing. He barely hit it with his thigh. It's safe to say everyone got a really big laugh out of that. And the juniors, hopefully you guys won't forget to put that on top 10. And then, okay, where'd I go? Oh, and Ewing playing 4 or 5 seconds by Rihanna about 10 times before running the beat test this year. Got a little old. And then last year when Ewing spelled spaghetti sauce at the Pasley's dinner all over his shirt. Probably my favorite memory, because he spilled it all down his shirt, and then he had an undershirt on, so he took his shirt off, and then he took his shirt off and then decided to use it as a napkin. We're all like, why do you just use your I don't know. It's pretty funny. Don't worry, okay. And then Ewing taking a tumble at Bishop Carroll last year, and he seriously thought he broke his wrist. When Ewing got put into timeout during the visitation game. While he was sitting crisscross applesauce as he anxiously awaited Maddie's penalty kick to hit the back of the net. Ewing getting ridiculed at the team forum for wearing sandals that showed his toes. Hams almost getting hit every practice of the punt during Man U. And when Ewing tried to dummy the ball and it flat out just hit his leg and he started laughing. There are so many more that I would love to share, but unfortunately I have a time limit, so. St. Thomas Aquinas has not only helped me form a lifetime of friendships, it has helped shape me into the person I am today. Being a soccer girl at Aquinas is something that I've always been so proud of. If I were to look back on my last 4 years, I'd describe them with one word: unforgettable. Now, it wouldn't be unforgettable without these 24 determined girls. I don't know. A lot. Saints Girls Soccer is like any other part of life. It has its ups and downs, disappointing stretches, rewarding times, and funny moments that have shaped me into the lady I am today. For example, I think we all remember that one practice where we ran 6 or 7 20-40s and wanted to quit and all hated each other. But girls, I want you to think about where we are now. It's all about how we responded to the hard week of tryouts, the running, the criticism, and the beep test. Where we are today is because of how we pushed each other. Now I want to thank each and every one of you for your hard work and love that you've put into this season. Freshmen, I want you to know how jealous I am of you. Knowing 3 more seasons here at Aquinas, wishing I could forget about my incoming freshman student-athlete form that's due this week. Thanks for making this year so memorable. You guys will have some good upperclassmen leaders to look up to next spring. Sophomores, you're finally over the slump and you have 2 years under your belts. I want you all to enjoy junior year. It was by far one of the best years I had at SDA. And soccer-wise, just trust the process. You guys will be vital to the program next year, so keep the underclassmen in line. Juniors, well, first of all, I'm so grateful to have been able to play 3 years of Aquinas soccer with you guys, not to mention winning 2 state titles with. You guys are big bad seniors now, so get ready for the beep test next year and your last year of high school, which is probably the best year of high school that I had. Cherish it. As sad as it makes me, it's now your turn to carry the legacy of the Saints soccer to success next year. And finally, I wish the best of luck to my fellow seniors moving on this fall, working hard. Work hard and good things will come. Thanks for keeping me sane these last 4 years. Go Saints and let's get number 6.
All right. Next up, this young lady is a real puzzle to us, and every day we're slowly learning more and more about her. So it's unfortunate that our time is running out. A future Bearcat, Sarah Tyler.
Perfect. All right. I'm not really sure how to start this speech off. Usually use some inspirational quote, a fun fact, or even some deep question, but I've got none of that. Despite getting a 98 in Ewing's composition class, I'm not the best writer. The guidelines were to talk about Aquinas soccer program, what it has meant to me, and to make sure I add some personality into it. Summing all of that up in a few minutes is pretty tricky. My interest in the soccer program started probably in the same place as most of the girls here tonight. It started when I came to the soccer camps when I was younger. I looked up to the girls and I knew that I wanted to be in the same position as them one day. The first step in that direction was going to Aquinas camp as an incoming freshman. I was paired with Annie Pezel. The most vivid story that I remember about camp was she was trying to be nice and asked me if I was excited to make new friends, and I told her no. From then on, I'm pretty sure she thought I was the creepiest freshman. To this day, I have no idea why I would say that. Flash forward to my first ever varsity game in the Aquinas uniform. We were playing Scion in the Mocan tournament. Maddie and I got asked to suit up for this game. Ewing put me in at left midfielder, and about a minute in, I kicked the ball up the field just a little bit too far. And all I remember is Ewing stood next to me on the sideline and goes, "What are you doing? Are you kidding me?" with a few other phrases added in. I swear I almost peed my pants right there. Then I got pulled out and I was like, well, that was fun while it lasted. Flash forward again to sophomore year. I remember getting pulled up to varsity and remembering the Scion game. I was like, varsity? Yeah, maybe not. The first thing I was told was that I would be trying a new position, left back. What? You want me to go from forward to left back? Yeah, okay, that's not going to go very well. But I buckled down and I went with it. I just thought about the story Ewing told us at the camp, about how no one played a certain position, and this girl went to it even though she had never played it. She got the opportunity because she was willing to do something different. I thought, hey, if Lister can play this position, I've got to be able to play it. How hard can it be? I took that and ran with it. I had something to prove to all the coaches and the other girls. It was my turn to prove myself good enough to hang with the varsity girls. I couldn't be happier about how I fit into this Aquinas program. The Aquinas soccer program means a lot to me, and I have learned so much these past 4 years. I've learned that after that terrible beep test in the first soccer game of the season flies by. That I wouldn't trade a single girl on this team for Dorian Bailey. That I'm going to miss playing soccer on the field more than I'm going to miss Aquinas itself. That being able to call myself a soccer girl is more important than almost anything I've ever experienced in high school. And above all, I learned that we are those girls that we looked up to as little girls at the soccer camp. We made it. We are what kids today look up to, and I couldn't be more proud of all of us. Each individual sitting at those tables tonight brings so much to this team, and I guarantee all the little kids are looking up to all of you. I'd just like to take a moment to thank you all. First, I'd like to thank my mom for sending me to Aquinas. And then I'd like to thank the coaches. Ewing for being Ewing. I guarantee no other coach on this earth is quite like you. me I had a bad attitude one day. I know I'm secretly your favorite. For being dad and grandpa eventually, and making us run so that we could have some killer summer bods. Elfie, because we have a weird and awkward relationship, but it's honestly very entertaining sometimes. Tehan, Brown, and Ragsdale for bringing some added flavor to the coaching staff. And finally, I'd like to thank my teammates because they are the glue that holds the soccer program together. Without each of these amazing girls with extremely different personalities, we would be nothing. You guys are so weird sometimes, but I love it, and I love you all so much. Thank you for everything you have done for this team. Coming in freshman year, I never thought it would be this hard to walk away from the soccer program. After we go kick butt, of course, this weekend. Nothing will ever be quite like the soccer program, and there are positives and negatives to that. I'm so proud that I got an opportunity to wear the shield, play on that field, and play next to these amazing girls, especially my seniors. Thank you, and I will miss you all, ladies.
Very good, sir. Very. We run for other reasons. And yes, in meetings, Hams has said you are his favorite. So, cat's out of the bag this last week. The next young lady is the first of three future Ravens. This young lady has gotten the experience in state championships at different levels in different sports, obviously through basketball and for us in soccer, and she's been tremendous in the back since the first day for us. Future Raven, Molly Schmidt.
Hello everyone. Thanks to everyone for coming tonight, and a huge shout out to the Prayers family for making this night possible. It's hard to put into words all the ways Aquinas soccer has affected me. I've always wanted to play Aquinas soccer since grade school. I attended all of the little kid camps and grade school camps. I'm so glad I got to play soccer here at Aquinas. Playing at any other school or for any other program would not have been as rewarding as Aquinas soccer has been. I'm so thankful for all the coaches, parents, and players. My experience at Aquinas would be nothing without all the past and present players and everyone who is here tonight. The cool thing about high school soccer is that each year is different. Each team is special. All of the many coaches, players, talents, and personalities all come into play. It doesn't matter how good you were the previous year, you have to fight to earn and keep your place. And each year creates so many different memories. I remember freshman year, Maddie, Jamie, and I rode in the back of Ewing's Prius before the state final game. The bus broke down, so everyone had to find a ride to the game with the coach, and we, the lucky freshmen, squeezed into the back of the Prius, and all of us awkwardly refused to ride up front with him. Sophomore year, Julie Bride's phone got kicked into the lake, and Coach Ewing, the Quaps, and I all went on an adventure to Haiti. Junior year, Ewing fell during the Bishop Carroll game. Hopefully that won't be repeated Friday afternoon. Junior year, we also got to go to the infamous Pizza Ranch. I don't think that dinner would have tasted as good if we wouldn't have won state. Senior year, we got to go to father-daughter in our uniforms and win EKL again. There are so many memories from all 4 years playing Aquinas soccer, and I'm glad I have a few days left to make some more. It's weird to think how many amazing people have impacted me through Aquinas soccer. Without this team and the girls on past and present years, we wouldn't have been as successful as we are. The coaches have always pushed us and made us work hard, and I'm really thankful for that, but I honestly wouldn't have made it without the support of all my teammates here. All the jokes and laughs and memories made soccer that much more fun. Whether you play the whole game, sit on the bench, or just practice with us, you really make an impact on me and those around you. I can't say I will miss running those 37s, wand, or the headgear, but I will miss Crop Top Tuesdays, game day Snapchats by Maddie Holmes, watching the bench do their little dance before each game, and I'll miss getting to play soccer with all of you guys. It has been unforgettable. Thanks to all the support from parents and coaches. Like I said before, each year is different and each team is special. Let's make more memories and make history again and hang one more banner by winning one more state championship title as a team.
You know, it's been brought up a couple times now. So for all the parents that are new, part of the initiation process is you have to go on a car ride with Coach Ewing sometime. I did it when I first got there, so Hams did it like 20 years ago. It's just something you got to do. So you freshman girls, the clock's still ticking. So, but in all seriousness, that's also, it wasn't our fault the bus didn't show up. So there's a little bit more to that. But again, that just adds to the Aquinas legends. Our next future Raven, she has been the engine for us, in my opinion, at center mid for the past couple years. She scored big goals and has really been the glue that kind of keeps things stuck together, whether it be on the field or even off the field. Miss Olivia Myers.
I would say that my overall high school experience would be meaningless without soccer being a part of it. This program has been there for me consistently throughout my years and has taught me a lot about myself. Some of those things about myself include that I bruise like a peach, I'm extremely good at the crossbar challenge, and I am the designated team mom. I came into my freshman year not knowing what to expect with this program. All I knew is that they were hella good and Craig Ewing was crazy. I've always been a determined person, however, so I went in with my intentions high thinking JV. Well, ended up making varsity. Only once did I regret making varsity as a freshman, and that's when the JV made the sick tanks that said first on the turf. I wanted one really bad. After my frosh year, I couldn't wait to get in season, not so much just for the soccer, but for the team. I learned what it meant to be an Aquinas soccer girl, and I like that I finally found my home at Aquinas. I love the upperclassmen saying hi to me in the hallways, and I found my best friend, Mary Disador. The program has made a high school flow for me. Once I finally left my awkward shy stage, soccer became more fun with each team I played with, and I got better as a player. I learned to play a role of a leader, know what it takes to put effort into winning a state title, and how to take constructive criticism. Even if that was what you call it when Ewing screamed something at me from the sidelines. Needless to say, I've become a tougher person and more confident player. I thank the coaches for some of this. Ewing, you have expected things from me that I haven't seen in myself. And even though you have fired me multiple times from taking corner kicks, I have a lot of respect for all the time you put into the program. Even if it's at 5:04 a.m. in a group meet on a Saturday morning. B, you have pushed me consistently as a player. I loathe the fact that you make us run, but you have made up with it with your little words of wisdom. I will also never forget what you have told me at the Blue Valley North game. You said that you haven't seen me play that good since my sophomore year. I still have yet to figure out if that was actually a compliment or not. Elf, you have been my sanity for the past 4 years. I give you the most credit for making me a better player by always telling me how to improve. I may not be that D1 commit like you were, but I still want to be like you. Thank you to the rest of the army of coaches as well for believing in all of us and helping us grow these past 4 years. Quick thanks to my parents as well. You both, better than anyone in this room, know the love-hate relationship that I have with Aquinas Soccer over the years. Even though after 18 years you'll be empty nesters, I think you did a pretty solid job raising me, and I have kept my love for the game from you guys. So thank you, and I love you both. Throughout this up and down roller coaster, I will never forget the dinners out at Buffalo Wild Wings, night games on the field, buddy gifts, talent shows, Ewing falling at Bishop Carroll, tryouts in 2 feet of snow, and the feeling after winning a state championship. This program has helped me more than just a person and player, but shaped memories I wouldn't trade for anything. All of you girls here have made my time special, and I thank each of you for that. Let's be honest, we can admit that we do get sick of each other sometimes, but what would this team be without Tay-Ray's dancing, Ceci's random comments, Maddie's Snapchats, Marge staying adorable, Petty assistant coach, and Sty, well, being Sty. We all bring something to the table, and my advice is don't waste your time in the memories you can all make. My freshman year, I learned something, and I've kept in the back of my head going forward into every season. Sitting in the car with my upperclassman buddy, Anna Hagenford, she tells me that winning state isn't just something that happens. It takes a lot of work, but we are Aquinas, and it's expected by other people that we win. And everyone on the team has to buy in, so we do. So let's do what this program has always done and go win another state championship, ladies. And as Fall Out Boy's lyrics say, thanks for the memories.
was a compliment. Might have came out kind of hard, but definitely was a compliment. Our last senior tonight and our last future Raven, Miss Abby Kwapizeski.
Didn't think I'd be last, but hi. My name is Abby Kwapizeski, or Quap, or number 17, or Quapigail, Quappy, Baby Quap, or even Quapi, as Sophie would call me. First of all, thank you so much, Mr. Purrs and your family, for this incredible dinner and allowing us to be here tonight. I would also like to thank my parents for allowing this to happen. I know that there's no way I would be where I am without your help. Dad. Okay. Dad, you almost never fail to miss a game, no matter how busy you are. You have no idea how much that means to me, and I'm so thankful for that. Mama, hi. Love you. You have always inspired me to go out there and do my absolute best, and I'm extremely grateful for that. You put so much effort into the program, and I promise you it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you for all your help with MoCan and the state parent party and everything else you've done. I wouldn't be the player I am without the both of you, and I definitely wouldn't be playing in college if it weren't for you, and I owe that to you, so thank you. My experiences with Aquinas Soccer started about 10 years ago when I was 7 years old, and my first sister, Sarah, made varsity her freshman year. I went to about every game of theirs, and my adoration for the Aquinas Girls Soccer Team flourished. That's when my dream of playing for Aquinas started. Though there weren't quite as many coaches on the sideline then, they still carried out what is known as Aquinas Soccer, also known as T-ball, dummy, and slot finish. I became weirdly obsessed with the team and even asked my sister to quiz me on what girl was what number. I studied their team poster and would memorize who was who and then have her quiz me. Looking back, it's pretty creepy, but well. Anyway, then Quap's sister number 2 made her way through Aquinas Soccer, making varsity her freshman year in 2010. My dream grew and grew when I reached freshman year and became known as Baby Quap. Although I made JV, I was still stoked to be a part of the program. I loved my time on JV, but varsity is where it's at. These girls sitting over there. I have no idea where I went. Oh, okay. These girls have made my high school career something I will forever miss. I won't lie to you and say that I got all the playing time I desired, but I can honestly say that I enjoyed every minute on the bench this year too. Sophie, Mary, Caitlin, Sarah, Petty, Jess, and Alex, you guys have made the bench an amazing place. The positivity and encouragement and laughs we share are the things I will miss most next year. We have transformed the bench into more of a throne, I'd say. Parents, if you haven't seen our pregame cheer, you should definitely look for it right before the kickoff. It took a long time to get it down, but we're pretty good now. This year has given me so many great memories, including never subbing for anyone other than Marge, and knowing whenever she's on the sub area that I'm going out, and then whenever I'm there, she knows she's coming out. So sometimes we joke around and call someone else's name, but we still know that we're subbing for each other, so. Having the best buddy ever at Alex Moss, and not once getting Sophie to go to the fish fry with me. Not salty, but a little bitter. Jess's famous pigeon-toed run, and the dream team of Coach Petty and timekeeping me, and Sty shoving me across the field to get 93 on the beep test this year. Thank you. Overall, this is the greatest team I've been a part of. We care so much about each other and the team, and I believe that's why we are so successful. Thank you, everyone on this team and in this room, for having an amazing impact on my life. I'd like to finish off with a quote by a very famous Dr. Seuss. Of the places you'll go, there is fun to be done, there are points to be scored, there are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of them all. One piece of advice I have to all of you is when in doubt, dummy the ball. Now let's go win state.
Again, let's hear it for these 8 seniors. Hey, I think you guys were all tremendous. I mean, it takes a lot to get up and give a speech. In general, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's in front of your team, or in this case at Longhorn in front of complete strangers. So I applaud you guys tremendously. Okay. We also have a special segment here that we started last year, and it is a parent speech. And so this year we have Miss Christy Myers.
Hello, I am Olivia's mom, and it's not a speech, it is a poem throwdown. I think Jess already won it, so I'm not sure I need to read it, but I will for Mr. Purrs. So here we go. This is Saint Soccer Psalm 2015. This poem pays tribute to all those invested in our Aquinas traditions. Blame Purrs, he suggested. So, fresh from 8th grade, they've heard some of the stories. Saint Soccer is tough. It takes guts to get glory. And yet here you are, freshmen in goal. Aaliyah's a wall, and so is Nicole. Aaliyah, so quiet. Speak up, you're in charge. But one may not hear you, and that one is Marge. She's too busy, she's Marge. She zips and she zooms, annoying her foes, and if they get by her, Miss Alex will close. We're proud of our frosh, you're our future, our hope. Remember this next year, help the next freshman cope. Now sophomores, Hanya, you've been here before, defending the goal, preventing a score. Caitlin, that injury, healing but sore. So glad you are back and ready for more. And Anna, welcome, your first varsity year. Keep creating those corners, you'll have nothing to fear. Caroline, our redhead, you showed up on the scene, did one hell of a job, now on crutches you lean. Sophomores, take note, time goes way too fast. Work hard, but enjoy it, this will soon be your past. Juniors, oh juniors, shuffling about, never knowing for sure, am I in, am I out? You are talent show winners, and right from the start, formed long-lasting friendships, displayed courage and heart. With Addie at midfield, so skilled with your feet, Sophie so fast, Christina can't be beat, and there's Cesti and Petty, a talented, fun pair. And what? Another Loafman? Benedictine, beware. Soon you will all step up to lead the 2016s. Work hard and together. That's what team really means. And finally, our seniors. We wipe away a few tears. You've accomplished a feat. Played for Ewing for up to 4 years. Riding with coaches when the bus didn't show. Who was in the Prius? You freshmen are too slow. The beep tests, the forums, playing soccer in the snow. Push, one for the thumb, just windy, and it did blow. You were challenged and succeeded when others have not. Mill Valley, Valley Central, Blue Valley Southwest, second was their spot. Now the third gorgeous quap, Abby's forged her own path. Your future's bright at BC, mastering science and math. Jess, everyone loves you, great smile and so sweet. When you're dropped off among tigers, you'll land on your feet. Then there's Taylor, oh shit, yellow cards come your way. You defend with style, in Illinois you will play. A girl who stepped up and excelled at her game. Sarah Tyler, my son loves you. At Northwest Missouri, you'll find fame. Maddie, moving to Bama. Mama, soon yelling, roll tide. You play with emotion, but from your dad you can't hide. Jamie, record breaking, to Marquette you will go. You've left your mark at Aquinas. Seriously, your skin is ground into the turf. Molly, fierce defender, giving forwards a fit. Soon playing for the Ravens, you will always be the Schmidt. And Olivia. Sorry, Ewing. And Olivia, team mom. We tell you, shoot more. We're proud of your soccer, but it's you we adore. Coach Ewing, you know, we can't leave you out. 30 state championships. Your record carries clout. You coach with such passion and a large staff of 8. Needing Hammonds be an elf to undo chaos you create. But many lessons you've taught as they navigate your style. They don't realize it yet, but they will in a while. You do what you love, and you love what you do. If your players learn from that, they'll have happy lives too. Parents, good friends, let's please stay in touch. We've had wonderful times, but the Hojo was too much. The licorice, the laughs, barley's for a brew, cheering, sometimes tension, pulling each other through. Rule 1 at state parties, cigars and fine scotch. Get ready, it's time. Just check Ewing's watch. At the end of the day, we just want what is best for these players, our children, to conquer the test. And last but not least, our good friends, the Purrs, classy, true saints, our gratitude is yours.
I gotta be honest, I don't know what I'm more excited about, how good the poem was, or the fact that I was not the one who cussed tonight. That is...
She said it first.
But it is getting later in the night, so I think now on TV you can say it if it's past a certain time, so we're all good. Real quick, I know we've said it a lot, but I don't think we can say it enough. Thank you again to the Purrs family for this. Very much of what makes this program what it is, and honestly the best, is the fact that no matter when you played, how much you played, you're always a part of the Aquinas family. And so having even the fact that alumni are willing to help us and do this is tremendous. So again, thank you, Kevin, and thank you, the entire Purrs family. I'll let Coach Ewing come up, say a couple things, kind of wrap up next couple days. But before that, Mr. Holmes is going to come up and give a very important speech, maybe the most important speech of tonight, for the parents anyways. Social Director, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you very much. Appreciate tonight, and I think the one thing I was going to say is if we've learned anything, we've heard and spoke of over and over again tonight the talk about tradition and how much this whole family means to all of us, and all of the joys and successes and things like that. And so, I mean, there's no way to state how this can all happen, but the reality is you guys have all crossed the threshold now, and I mean that to the new people here. People that are here for their first dinner, you've moved into the new zone, and we're in a trust tree now. And so we've gotten to that point of the year now where we're going to let you in on the secrets that go on with the Aquinas soccer program, okay? What you don't know is that there is an underbelly, an organization that's running this whole thing. You don't know about it. The girls might know a little about it. But there is an organization that's running all this. And where it came was, you know, Coach Ewing, obviously, somebody mentioned earlier 30 state championships, which is remarkable, and we're blessed to have him here. But after a little seniority and a little success came contract demands. And he started demanding things in his contract, frankly, that I don't know that everybody was ready and prepared for. And you're about ready to learn about some of the requirements that go with that, including an end-of-season party. And it's something that's grown over years. There's a whole organization that runs that party. And I'm going to ask an agent of mine as a social director, somebody who's on the social subcommittee, to come up and talk a little bit about this end-of-season party and this organization that will put it on Saturday night. Brad Kwapozeski.
Thank you, Social Chairman. You did an excellent job, and being part of this committee that, as Mike Schmidt likes to say, really doesn't exist. I thought I'd give a little bonus just for Mr. Purrs. I know he did a great job with his poem, and I thought I would give my announcement for the end of the season in a poem, and also say a few words from the senior parents. So here's my poem. There was a girls' soccer team on a mission to continue their predecessors' awesome traditions. Winning MoCan was first on the list. Need I say that the first month wasn't filled with all bliss? The Tournament of Champions saw a redemption of sorts as we traveled all the way to Iowa to play Missouri teams, of course. The best teams in Missouri didn't have a prayer. If only St. Teresa's could have been there. The parents had experiences they will never forget. From Coute's hairball, to vacuum sightings, to Eric winning some bets, to the tiki bar, to Pasley's jukebox, and soup pouring some drinks. The Burlington Hojos should be imploded in a blink. Winning the EKL was next, with number 3 in the nation, Blue Valley Northwest, in the way. We spotted them a goal and then blew them away. And now we have our 6th straight state title in our sights. As my freshman English teacher, Coach Ewing, would approve, it ain't gonna be easy, you'll have to fight. But before I finish, I have all of your attention, there is some extremely important matters that need some mention. First of all, a huge thanks to the Purses. All that they've done, we've all heard. He's even petitioning to make quapped a word. And thanks to all coaches and girls, especially Abby. Benedictine will help keep all the new empty nesters from getting crabby. And to all of the moms and all that you do, all of us dads would like to raise a toast to you. Now here's the important stuff, so pay close attention, or just look at the Evite. It has all the information. I want to invite you all to our house for the after-state party. We'll start the soiree sometime after 7:30. Poetic license. BYOB, and an appetizer or a dessert to share. But eat dinner before you come. We don't know if Purses or Corey's are going to be there. We'll have table and chairs and plenty of pops and waters. We'll even have towels if somebody involuntarily takes a dip in the pool waters. But here's the important stuff from the upper class dads. The Frosh and Soft dads have some jobs to be had. Frosh dads are responsible for fine scotch in dirty glasses, or a nice bottle of vodka would kick some moms on their foreheads. Sophomore dads bring cigars. It's all part of the rules. Us seniors have paid. It's really not cruel. And in case you don't know, the rules will be read. We must keep with tradition. We really have no choice in the matter. Honoring the founding fathers is our only mission. So parents, coaches, and especially the St. Thomas Aquinas Soccer Girls, here's to a great final for some, Let's give it a whirl.
Didn't know we were at a poetry reading.
Snaps only.
I've now been at my first one, so yeah, it's not for me. Again, we can't, as a coaching staff, we can't thank you enough. Without the parents, this doesn't happen, and without the parents, this tradition and all the history and the traditions don't happen without you guys. So to you guys, from a coaching staff, hats off to you guys also. Again, I'll bring Coach Ewing up here real quick, say a few words, thank yous, all the above for the next couple days, and then we'll let you guys get on with the rest of your Wednesday evening. The myth, the legend.
Wow. I did have co-op and 2 English classes, I believe, didn't you? So, 2. Yeah, 2. Wow. First of all, the guy who kind of made this thing happen a few years ago was Brian White. So thank you for even creating this tradition, adding it to our program. Unbelievable. And tonight's been one of the best. I mean, senior girls, you guys were incredible. And the 2... How many poems do we have? 3 poems. I mean, where can I go and get 3 poems? You know, you can't. I think everybody, and Natalie, thank you for you and your family coming. You guys really made a big difference, and we appreciate it. Just what's going on here. We're hoping, party's happening no matter what, right at the Co-op House. And the way the schedule works out now, we are playing at 5 o'clock against Bishop Carroll. That's a tougher draw, of course, on the other side. So we played them at 5. And then they have Mays South playing Blue Valley Southwest. That should be a fairly easy win for Blue Valley Southwest. So winner of our game in the state championship at 2 o'clock on Saturday. And so that's what we're looking for. We got a couple days of practice. Girls are going to Mass together at 8:30 at Holy Spirit on Friday morning. And we're going to do a breakfast on Saturday. So we got some things planned. And I don't know if everybody's heard this or not. This is kind of an exciting announcement from Aquinas. That had a lot to do with soccer, they say. This week, Under Armour picked like 5 high schools in the United States to be Under Armour schools, and St. Thomas Aquinas is going to be the only Under Armour school in all of Kansas City. So we're going to wear Under Armour stuff next year, and we already had meetings and stuff, and Dr. Ford called us in and talked to us about it, and I just say soccer was one of the draws for Under Armour, so that's a good thing, so I appreciate everything that's happened with you guys here to help with that, so it's a cool thing. All right, so thanks tonight, and once again, I don't think we can thank you enough, Kevin and family. Thank you so much for this. This is a big deal.
I'll wrap it up here. Again, let's give a huge applause to the 8 senior girls for getting up here tonight and telling what the means for them. I think we also have to give another big hand to Natalie and her family for coming out and helping us meet the tradition. And then lastly and honestly, we wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for all the girls. So I think a big round of applause goes to the girls for getting to the States. And lastly, obviously we can't give enough to Kevin Burrs and his family. Thank you again for home safe. Over and
When that shows up on YouTube, those are like the best.
I give you my permission.
How about you? Jesus, that was